The All-Star Challenge is back, Maximus revealed, and all of this is coming up on this week's news episode. To start off this week, we're going to talk about the results. For in-depth results from Anaheim, California this past weekend, make sure to check out this weekend's MonsterTalk report. Starting off with San Diego, it was almost a complete weekend sweep by Tyler Menninger in Gravedigger. However, Corey Rummel and Megalodon took Sunday's Skills Challenge win. With the sloppy conditions that were reminiscent of Oakland 2008, lots of changes in the series standings occurred, with Menninger's dominant performance being rewarded with him leading the series, and Cynthia Gauthier moving up into third place. Moving into Anaheim on Saturday night for Stadium Championship Series Red, Racing saw Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior take Racing, Adam Anderson takes Skills in the overall event championship, and Kayla Blood win Freestyle. At Show 2, Jamie Garner and El Toro Loco won Racing, Camden Murphy and Bakugan Dragonoid won Skills, and Tom Mentz and Max D finally redeemed himself by taking the Freestyle win. Now, it was originally reported that Camden Murphy won the overall in Anaheim, but due to a miscalculation in the overall points on Monster Jam's part, Tom Mentz was the true overall event winner, not Camden, and this seems to have been corrected on Monster Jam's website, now reporting that Tom Mentz was the overall winner at Show 2. In terms of the Stadium Series Red Championship standings, Adam Anderson still leads, Tom Mentz jumps up to 7th, and Cole Vernard and Camden Murphy fight for 2nd place. Moving into the Arena Series, Greensboro Show 1 saw John Zimmer Jr. and Terminal Velocity win Time Racing, Tony Oakes taking Donuts, and Brandon Vincent taking home the Skills, Freestyle, and overall event wins. For Show 2, Zach Garner and Wildside took home the Time Racing win, Brandon Vincent won Donuts, Cody Saucier won Freestyle, and Tony Oakes took Thunder Roarers to its first Skills and overall events win of this season. Points remain close, with Brandon Vincent regaining the lead after his deduction in Greenville, and Tony Oakes moving up into 2nd place. For Kansas City on Arena Series East, Show 1 saw Weston Anderson and Gravedigger sweep most of the night, with Lindsay Reed and Scooby-Doo taking Donuts. For Show 2, it remained fairly similar, with Armando Castro taking Racing and Freestyle, and Weston Anderson winning Skills, Donuts, and the overall event win. At Show 3, your racing winner was none other than Frank Krimmel in Stone Crusher, taking home his first Monster Jam win of this season. Armando Castro won Skills, Bernard Light took home his first win of the season by winning Freestyle, and by pulling off his first career backflip, with Weston Anderson winning Donuts in the overall event championship. Placements of all 8 drivers remain the same in terms of series standings on Arena Series East. And finally, Tacoma, Washington was the next stop for Arena Series West. Most of the weekend was a back and forth between Elvis Linez and El Toro Loco and Tristan England in Earthshaker. Show 1 saw Elvis Linez win Racing and Skills, and Tristan England swept the rest of the event. Show 2 looked to be the same, however Tristan England took the Skills win, while Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger snatched up the Donut win and the overall event championship. Show 3 was not much different, with England winning Racing, Skills, and the overall, with Kristen Anderson taking Freestyle and Elvis winning Donuts. Show 4 was mostly dominated by Elvis Linez as he won Racing, Freestyle, and the overall event win, with Tristan England winning Skills and Donuts. Show 5 was almost an exact repeat of Show 4, however, Bailey Shea took home her first win in Monster Jam in over 6 years. Points are mostly the same, with Ashley Sanford moving up into 6th, and the most notable change is Elvis Linez leading the charge into Week 3. Moving on to the independent results for the toughest monster truck tour at Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Event 1 saw Dirt Crew win wheelies, freestyle, and the overall event win, with Rat Attack taking racing. For Event 2, Rat Attack won wheelies, the brand new Maximus truck won racing, and Buckshot took freestyle in the overall event win. For No Limits Monster Trucks in Belton, Texas, Event 1 is unknown, and Event 2 was a USA 1 sweep. And Event 3 saw USA 1 take wheelies and Outlaw Wrangler take racing and freestyle. The All-Star Monster Truck Tour head to Naples, Florida for round 2 of their championship series. Event 1 saw Crazy Train win Best Trick and Bad Habit win Racing Freestyle in the overall event win. For Event 2, Crazy Train yet again won Best Trick, Sinister won Racing, and Toxic won Freestyle in the overall event win. Now, as we reported on last week, Naples once again featured the infamous yet incredibly awesome pond jump, and drivers went all out this year trying to clear the jump. However, Crazy Train driver Triton Robbins broke not one, but 2 tires off after this jump. It was pretty insane. I wish I had have been there for it, but, you know, I live in Australia. But that is it for the results. Let's bring up the news and our first story. Maximus Monster Truck debuts. If you were at Rio Rancho, New Mexico for the Toughest Monster Truck Tour, you would have seen the brand new debut for the all-new Maximus Monster Truck. Unlike all of the trucks for DCT Motorsports up until this point, it strayed away from the Dirt Crew sort of theme that Dirt Crew and Dozer had been inspired by, rather instead going for a more Roman mythology, and it's very evident by the paint scheme, the name, and little mohawk tussle things at the top. I'm not entirely sure what you would call that. Maximus will be set to compete once again, as we'll talk about in the Monster Truck 5 of the Week, with Darren Basil behind the wheel. Monster Jam announces the Superstar Challenge. Fans may remember the All-Star Challenge from 2019, an event like no other that pitted 24 of Monster Jam's greatest drivers to battle it out in teams of 2 and compete in various competitions to crown a champion. 2020 was supposed to have one in Glendale, Arizona, but due to COVID, event plans were cancelled. However, for the first time ever, the All-Star Challenge, now known as the Superstar Challenge, is back for 2023. The event will be on November 11th in Anaheim, California at Angel Stadium, and will feature teams of 2 competing in racing, freestyle, and the return of the Best Trick competition. Other information is unknown, including the field of trucks, tracks, and how drivers get into this event. More information, I reckon, will be set to be released on MonsterJam.com as the year progresses on, and you'll hear about it first right here on Monster Talk. Monster Truck Wars moving up and having a new identity. The development of Monster Truck Wars has been a sight to see, as now it is running 3 events this weekend. Duncan, Oklahoma, Concord, North Carolina, and Clemson, South Carolina are the locations for these events. 2 of the lineups for those events have been mentioned before on this channel during the 5 of the week, but the other full lineup you will have to wait for the 5 of the week coming just shortly. But it seems that Harper is again bringing back another name, and that is Thunder Chicken. From what we know, it will run on the black backdraft chassis as part of a lease for the body. This looks to be a similar instance when Monster Jam leases one of their bodies to run on an independent chassis. The Monster Truck 5 of the Week is back, and here's all the shows and tours that are touring the globe. Starting off with Monster Jam, Arena Series West will be off for the weekend. Milwaukee, Wisconsin will be the next stop for Arena Series Central at the Preserve Forum. Arena Series East will go to Hampton, Virginia for their stop at the Hampton Coliseum. The Dome at America Center will be the place for Stadium Series Red that they head to in St. Louis, Missouri for their 3rd stop on their tour. And finally for Monster Jam, Stadium Series Blue will be at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas for 2 shows. Hot Wheels Monster Truck Live heads to Uniondale, New York at the Nassau Coliseum for their 3rd stop on their tour. and the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Europe Tour heads to Liverpool, United Kingdom at the M&S Bank Arena for the 4th stop on their tour. As I was talking about earlier, this is the show with Maximus, and the toughest Monster Truck Tour this weekend will be in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. The lineup features Dirt Crew with Jerry Beck, Dozer with Jack Brown, Maximus with Darren Basil, Buckshot with Brandon Budd, Tailgater with Tim Jones, and Rat Attack with Jacob Ludwig. The Kicker Monster Truck National Show heads to Reno, Nevada at the Reno Sparks Livestock Events Center. The lineup will feature Troublemaker with Travis Groth, Double Trouble with Tyler Groth, Monster Moose Kelsey Thurber, Wildcard Eric Swanson, Geronimo with Brandon Swick, and Veteran with Jeff Alia. The Outlaw of Motorsports show heads to Victoria, British Columbia at the Save on Foods Memorial Center. The lineup features Rockstar with Bill Payne, Cali Kid with Willie Crash, Identity Theft with Marvin Anderson, Spitfire with Dallas Glenn Rogers, and Weekend Warrior with James Collette. Monster Truck Wars heads to Clemson, South Carolina at the Garrison Arena. The lineup features the previously mentioned Thunder Chicken with Ty Cornelius Jr. on the black backdraft chassis. There will be the regular backdraft running his backdraft with Paul Broad, Muddy Girl with Ann Broad, and Instigator with Jerry Fierster. And finally, the All-Star Monster Truck Tour heads to Davie, Florida at Bergeron Rodeo Grounds for round 3 of their championship series. The lineup features Crazy Train with Triton Robbins, Playing Crazy with Montana Robbins, Sinister with Elliot Miller, Bad Habit with Joey Sylvester, and Toxic with Corey Schneider. I want to hear your thoughts about the news we covered today. Let me know in the comments down below, and thank you everyone all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon with some more Monster Truck content.